let's talk about your wave. Or your lack of wave, if that's a thing too. Welcome back to Home Hair Academy on TheReelRae with me, Ray. I am a professional hairstylist, cosmetologist, beautician, whatever you want to call me, that's me. Today we are talking about wave pattern. I did some extra research for y'all because I really didn't know a ton about different curl classifications. So we've got our classifications. We've got straight hair, wavy hair, curly hair, and coily hair. I did know about those classifications, but I didn't know about the sub-classifications. I've sort of read things here and there, but never really sat down to try to understand them, and I feel like I understand them now, and I'm here to bring you that knowledge. You may be wondering why it matters what your wave pattern is. Well, it matters just because we're getting to know your hair and she wants you to know all about her. But aside from that, let's just talk about the structure and the potential for damage, right? So I have this straw, which I know is disposable, and I don't typically use these, but we had it in the drawer because it came with some food one time. Anyway, I'm pro reusable straws because I love the earth, so don't hate me for this. But we're gonna use the straw for an example anyway. So let's pretend this straw is a strand of hair, right? It's nice and sealed. You don't really have to worry when you're drinking out of it if it's gonna randomly bust open. But when you start to turn it, right, we start to get these little breaks. I thought this would be a little easier to turn. See, it's so strong it's hard to turn, but as we're turning it more and more, we're getting these little pieces that look like they are already having some damage, right? And the more you do that, the more likely it is to break. So it's basically curly hair. So as it's curling more and more, it has more opportunity for the cuticle to be broken and for moisture to get in and out and the environment and all that sort of stuff. So identifying how curly your hair is can kind of give you an idea of how gentle or not gentle you can be with her when it comes to processing. Poor straw. Sorry, environment. Okay, moving on. The sub-classifications start with your type. So we've got your types 1 through 4 going from straight, wavy, curly, coily. And then within that, you get your sub-classifications, which are going to talk about how wide each individual strand is. So for A is gonna be the widest. B, well, let's see. Let's get the right color markers. Get out of here, we're not even using blue right now. I will tell you my marker color choice was based on ones that I had small markers in. So, all right, so A will be the widest, B, medium, and C is gonna be small. So I am going to draw some little curls for all the types, all 3 types, wavy, curly, coily, and then the subcategories, which is gonna be A wide, B medium, and C small. And I will show it to you in just a minute. So we're kind of just skipping type 1 because that's straight hair and there aren't subtypes for straight hair. It's just straight and strong and shiny. Okay, so we are talking about the sub-classifications of wave, curl, and coil levels of wave. And so I've used my markers once again to demonstrate the sub-classifications. A wave is gonna have a visible S pattern. So we have A, which is gonna be your wider hair strand, right? And then it goes into like a medium in diameter, and then you can barely see this little guy because it was such a small little marker. But C is gonna be your smallest hair strand that isn't wavy. A curl is gonna have anywhere from a loose loop to a tight coarse, to a loose loop to a tight corkscrew. So again, A is gonna be the widest, and this is per strand. B is going to be a medium, and then C, perhaps I should have made these a little bit darker, but C is gonna be the smallest. You can kind of see there. But the difference for the subcategories, and that's curly. And then you get into the corkscrew, the coils, which are gonna be more like corkscrews, and these have a spongy texture and are sometimes referred to as afro hair or kinky hair. I don't know. That's what the internet tells me it's referred to as. Really, really tight curl starting from the root. It's just like bumping out. It's ready to party. Okay, so again, subclassifications of number 4, which is gonna be your coils. It's gonna be the widest, which you can see is still super, super curly. B, medium, and then C is gonna be super, super, super tight. And these curls tend to like shrink up a lot. So that's how you know if you have it. I feel like 4 is probably the easiest to identify, and I think a lot of people kind of fall between a wave and a curl. So anywho, let me know what your wave pattern is and your sub-classification in the comments below if you want to share. If not, you know, just like last time, make a little mental note of it, and just keep in mind, like we talked about with the straw, like the curlier it is, the more gentle you really need to be, and make sure that we are conditioning and loving it more and more. Okay, so that is it on today's lesson, and our next one will be on porosity and elasticity, which you've probably heard your hairstylist talk about before, so we will dive into that the next time I see you. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this, make sure and hit that like button. Let me know how you're feeling about the coming content, and if you have any like specific questions, I would love to know and answer those. If you haven't already subscribed, please make sure and do so. And if you're interested in this series, make sure and hit that bell button so as I'm putting out new content, you are getting notified. Yeah, that's all. Thank you. I love you. Have a wonderful day. Go out and be beautiful and make wise life choices about your hair. And I will see you so soon. All right, it's TheReelRae. Y'all know I'm goofy and will probably never stop being ridiculous. For real this time. Love you, bye.